Woozie, Woozie here, and today we're going to be doing a Neorealty Speedrun. So the goal for today is to basically show how we can go from getting invited to sign up to a persona, through going through that sign up process and onboarding flow, to actually getting to the point where we can submit a list to have our persona start doing some real work for us. We'll also kind of end by just showing how to kind of follow those conversations once your persona starts asking them. So let's jump right to it. All right, we are in my email inbox here, and you can see that Anita Newhome, the persona, has reached out to me and is inviting me to sign up for a persona. So let's go ahead and click in through this link and get started. First step here, just verifying that that's my email. Okay, got that OTP code there. And we are on our first page here. That's going to be kind of the details page of the account here. So really here, we're just making sure that our company information that we our information and our company information is correct here. I am going to highlight one field here, this brokerage team name. We have updated part of our process now so that when your persona is referring to your business name, it will be taking whatever you put in this field here. So just know that whatever you're putting here, unless you later specify, which we'll go over, this is basically going to be how your persona is referring to your business, to customers or leads there. Let's keep going here. Next page here, we'll have some other videos that specifically kind of go over the billing in 1K Club. For today, I'm just going to quickly select these two skills that we're going to kind of highlight today. Closing coordinator is getting close. I'm hoping here in a couple weeks, one of these next 2 Fridays, we should be able to start demoing that for you guys. But for today, let's keep going. And on the next page here, you'll see that we can actually get to the page where we can select our own AI persona. So these will all be unique and customized for whoever selects them, and they will be their own unique persona entirely for you. Nobody else will ever have access to them there. So let's go ahead and just select this top one, Finley Vasquez here. And you can see once I did that, a couple fields popped up here. So for now, the one that we're going to really focus us on is this handover email. Basically, once we get to the point where we're uploading lists to Finley, when he starts talking to leads, if he gets somebody that's interested or hot, he's going to basically summarize and hand them back over to us with some next steps that we should take. And this email here is going to be who he sends that to. For most of you, it'll probably be the email that you signed up with. But if there is maybe somebody else in your office that these need to be going to first, you can definitely have that option there as well. For me, we'll go ahead and put those in. This inventory link we'll show in a different video, but this basically gives the persona the ability to reference real listings that you have there. But again, we'll highlight that in a different video. For today, let's just keep going through the onboarding. We've got terms and conditions on this page, privacy policy, and then the specific skills we selected, conditions as well. And that gets us to the last page here. So you can see that we've got our all of our information here, and let's just go ahead and complete setup. All right. If you did select auto billing at this point, it would make you put in a credit card as well, just so that would be set up for the end of the month to bill. Since we picked manual, basically what the flow is for billing, we'll get a Stripe invoice at the end of the month based off our usage there. So let's go back to our email here and keep rolling through this flow. All right. Finley looks like he's already sent me an email here. So let's take a look. All right. He's welcomed me to Neorealty, introducing himself here. We've got our account info page link right here. And he's got our 2 skills here, the lead recovery specialist, little description and steps to use. And then same with the lead concierge for the new leads here. And then we do have our minimum required field templates at the bottom here. So first things first, when you get to this point, if you're wanting to just keep on going and get your persona working the second you get them, we'll start with just this lost leads here at the top. So I have gone ahead and let me find my sheet here. We went ahead and made a brevity export, and then I put in just 2 rows of fake data with my test lead in here, just so you can see that this is probably going to be similar to what your guys' lost leads look like when you're downloading them from your CRM or wherever you're storing them. You can see that across the top, we've got a whole bunch of columns here. Some rows blank, some rows full, just kind of a hodgepodge there, which is hopefully a somewhat accurate representation of what your guys look like here. So before we do really anything at all here, I'm going to basically first just upload this as is, because I want to show you kind of how our personas will handle this. So first things first, let's go right back into our welcome email here. We're going to compose an email. Always make sure that when you're sending in lists, you're using the email that you signed up with here. So for me on this one, it's that Mark plus Realty. And we're going to go ahead and send it into the personas email here. All right, new lost leads. And attached. And I am going to upload that CRM export just basically as is with no edits here. So I am expecting this to fail, but that is something that I kind of want to show on our new updates here just to make it a little bit more user-friendly there. So that is going there. While that is emails going out, I'm going to quickly come down here and just kind of review these minimum required fields. So basically what this is our personas are going to be basically looking for these fields to be in the column somewhere with these exact names. It's first name, last name, email, phone, client email, or client notes, and then company name. With that said, it is okay if you don't have necessarily all this information for each lead. They still can be entered into the campaign. As long as they have the name and email when they're submitted, they will still get entered into the campaign. For these other columns, if we will be rolling out the phone capabilities as well here soon so that they can add texting. For client notes, the persona will add those to its context. So if there is things in there that will help them, it can still add that and help it with its responses. And then this last field, company name, previously we were having to have you guys enter your company name in there for the persona to reference. If this is left blank now, it will automatically default into that field that I pointed out when you were signing up on the onboarding flow. So if you like what you put in your company name there, while you still need this as a column header, you don't actually need to put anything in this field. You can leave it blank here. So that was real quick. I'll kind of try to explain that here as we get our next email back here. So you can see here that Finley sent me an email. Let's go take a look. So he's saying we were unable to process our recent submission, which is what we were expecting there. And it's telling me that we're missing some columns here. So what to do next? It's telling me make sure, and then it's listing out the exact columns that it's think I'm missing here. So looks like email, phone, client notes, and company name. Let's go back to our file, and then I'll show you how I would fix that so we can resubmit here. So all right, starting from the start, you see we do have our first name, last name, and that one was okay there. And then when we get to email, you can see that the email column that has my good emails is this email 1. But what we want to do is just delete that _1, and then that'll fix it and make sure that it's pulling the emails from this column. Phone is going to be pretty much the exact same there. We just want it to say phone so that the column that we want to actually pull from, we'll go ahead and fix that up. Then our next two were our client notes and company name. On this sheet, we did have some notes, but they actually just had a different column header. So on this one, I'm just going to simply change this insights column to client notes. And then since I didn't have company name, and that was my last one, I'm just going to come over here, and on my last cell, I'm going to put company name. All right. And just to highlight one thing here, let's wrap that text. And you can see in my actual company name field, the actual company name is blank. This should automatically pull from my onboarding link there. So last step, make sure you save it whenever you make any updates. I see a lot of people that will make updates and then try to submit the list before saving it. Just, again, always make sure you're saving there. All right, so let's come back here. And now that we've got that fixed, let's go back and resubmit that. So we'll come back into Finley's welcome email here. We've got our lost leads, and let's resubmit a new list here. Again, making sure we're sending from the email we signed up with. There's Finley's email there that we're going to send to, and these are new lost leads. And attached. And let's grab that same file we were just working with. All right. We'll send that in. And we should get a confirmation here in just a second. Just so that I can show some also leads from the Lead Concierge, I am going to go ahead and submit some that I've already prepped to the Lead Concierge here. This is just so that when we get to the portal, I can kind of show you guys some of the differences there of where those are showing up here. So similar process. We're basically just submitting a file to the persona here. And these are going to be our new leads that are going to kind of have that quicker, more immediate cadence here. So new leads and attached. And let's attach that file here. All right. Okay, so now that those are going out, let's see if we've gotten anything in there. So looks like we've gotten 2 ones here. So since I'm sending them to the same inbox, this is actually that first one that I sent in. One of the test leads had the same email, so that's the email coming back to me. But let's see the receipt here, basically from Finley, and perfect. He's saying, thanks for the submission. I had the 2 rows of data on that, and it looks like he processed and got 2 rows going out. And you can see that we sure enough did get that first email here. Looks like my Lead Concierge ones are still coming in as well. And same deal. I had 2 test leads on that one. One of them was this email. Looks like you can see it's been a while as the lost leads, and then thanks for reaching out. You can see that it did automatically put my company name in that subject line as well there. So that's all looking pretty good for us there. And now we've got leads submitted to both the Lead Recovery Specialist and the Lead Concierge there. We can also tell that they were successfully processed by our receipt messages here. So let's now go back into Finley, and we're going to go into that original message again, and let's go in and check out the account info now. All right, here in your details page, you can kind of see your information, your company information. You can edit that here. You can also see the skills you're signed up for. We'll point out one thing. We do have this send test email functionality here where if you're just wanting to see kind of what the persona is sending, how they're responding, you can click these and it'll send the initial message for that specific skill to your email here with a test note in the subject line. So you can do that there. Also with this edit button, if you need to update where the handovers are going, you can do that here as well. But for now, I want to kind of focus on the portals and where we can track these conversations that we just started our persona to have. So over here on the right is where we want to basically get into our portal. Since this is my first time on this account coming here, you can see that it's basically telling me to register. So let's go through that real fast. All right, from this page here, we're just going to go ahead and enter a first and last name. All right, we're good there. It's going to ask me for an OTP. Okay, we're good there. All right, and you can see now that we logged in, it's showing up with the Neorealty portal and our custom portal here. So let's go ahead and dive into the custom portal here today. If you can put a company logo here at the top, it'll have just branded on the portal when you come in. Let's just call this Woozie's Realty Portal. All right, we'll give it a title and description there. And down here, we're going to go ahead and publish this portal, and we'll create link. If you did want to update the ending of this for what your portal URL right here, you can if you wanted something else. This first part will remain static, but this end can change if you want it to. But let's go ahead and that looks fine to me. Let's create. And then we're going to go ahead and copy this portal link and go ahead and open it here. All right, stay there. Okay. That is something that if for any reason your persona doesn't load on that first one, if you refresh the page, he will show up. That's a little bug that we're should have fixed next week. But yeah, for some reason he doesn't show, just refresh and then they should show. But once you log in, this is going to be kind of the screen you see here. You can see that we've got Finley right here. And when we come into the inbox, we can go ahead and talk to him right here. And they do have some just generic information about some of the skills. This is something that I'm actually continuing to work on here these next weeks. The end goal here is I would like to get it to the point where when you're asking questions about the product in here, not only will it answer, but we are also starting our YouTube channel now as well with some helpful videos. And so the end goal here is that when you guys have questions, hopefully here within the next few weeks as we start building this up, you can come in here and just simply ask, like, for example, hey, I'm trying to use the lead recovery specialist, and then Finley will try to answer you, as well as we're going to start having him provide the actual YouTube video links so that you can go in directly and watch the videos as well. So just a future little thing that should be coming here over the next couple of weeks there. For now, you can ask him some basic questions and mess around with them there. Also in the future, there will be additional skills here that we'll be able to run here as well. So for now, I'm just kind of getting you orientated into the site here. But let's go into this groups tab next here, and we can see, again, this groups tab is going to be where we have the lead concierge conversation. Or if we, after we accept handovers on the lost or the lead recovery specialist, the unredacted versions will also appear here as well. So let's just click into one real fast here. These are the ones I just ran, so I haven't actually responded to them just yet. So when we click into them, you can see that Woo's test was the name I used, so that's basically the lead name there. You can see the time it went out and the it from email. If this was an SMS message, it would say that. You can see that this one's coming from Finley here, and no responses just yet. I, as the lead, haven't responded yet. So that's just kind of what it's showing there. But just wanted to show here that they will kind of show up in timed order. And this is kind of where you can track your active ongoing conversations there. I left this there's previous test one in here. Will probably show on your account there too. This was just to kind of start the personas, make sure they were all working. You can see there that we did test them with a response here. When you go in, that blue bubble there is basically just saying that there's a new message there. So you can kind of just see that there is a new response from the persona, which that blue light just kind of indicates there. At the bottom, the hub, these are going to be your lead recovery specialist conversations. So again, groups, lead concierge, hub, lead recovery specialist, and these will be the redacted versions here. So when I click into these conversations, you'll immediately see first name, company names blocked out. If I had responses down here, same thing. That company is going to be that information is going to be blurred out. If I do end up accepting that handover, basically this entire conversation is going to move to the groups tab. I will get an unredacted handover with all the lead information, and then that full conversation will be in there. So that was our quick rundown through the onboarding and sign up flow to get a persona for Neorealty, how to access your portal, going into your portal, where to view your conversations for both lead concierge and lead recovery specialist, and how to get into the inbox and chit chat with your persona as well. Check out some more videos. We'll get into more specifics on some billing details. Also, keep in mind and forward, we should have some coming out pretty shortly for the transaction coordinator. And also just check out our YouTube page. We're going to start trying to add a lot more content on there to help you guys out. So hopefully this was helpful, and more to come soon. Thank you.